YouTube friends, this is Mara and welcome back to my Art Break Life. Now that Thanksgiving is coming up upon us and all the Black Friday sales, pre-Black Friday sales are coming up on my emails, Instagram,
Facebook, whatever. It's hitting me from all over the place.
But now that I'm getting back into art, I've been doing a lot of art supply shopping prior to Black Friday sales, and I'm kind of mad at myself because I bought things forgetting that Black Friday is coming up because I don't really shop Black Friday anymore. And so now that I see all the sales coming, I'm like, ugh.
Why didn't I just wait? Hello?
So I've been getting into a lot of bullet journal type content, planner, stationery type things because I'm trying to get myself more organized because I feel like I'm just scatterbrained all over the place, and I'm hoping a planner or something will help. I also came across this brand on Instagram. It's called Marker Universe. And I saw that they had a little box deal thing going on. And I think they said it was either their first one or was going to be their last one. I can't remember what it was. I landed up buying the box and it came the other day. And I haven't opened it yet. I haven't looked at any social media to see what was in it because I think there were spoilers, but I just kind of ignored them. So I'm going to go through this box and see what's in here. And hopefully there's some things I can use or things that I've never used before so I can try and play with it. So here we go. Okay, so here's the box. So it's kind of a tiny box, but not too bad. But art supplies aren't that big anyway. So we're gonna open this up here. Ooh, this looks fun. So we got a Marker Universe sticker. It's a vinyl sticker. Exclusive 2021 Blindbox is here. The challenge is to create using only what is provided in the box. Got some Express It black paper. So okay. Oh, okay, so black paper. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, we got black paper. And I guess this describes what's in the box, so we'll just put that on the side for now so we can be surprised. And okay, let's see. Ooh, this looks fun. Okay. So we got graphite, shake, water-based opaque pigmented ink pens. And we got a Karen. Oh, it's kind of open. That's bad. Oh no, it's still wet. Okay. So there's this Deco Brush pigment pen. This looks like it'll be fun to use. Opaque coloring system, permanent ink. Oh, maybe
I shouldn't have drawn that on my hand then.
Water-based, non-toxic salmon pink color. Okay. Oh, and here's another one. Is this the same color? Oh, this is a soft peach color. We got another Karen pen, and this is an almond color. And we got a sketch marker, brush pro. I think these are alcohol markers. We got forest green. What color is this? Oh, flaxen. Goldenrod, and okay, just these three colors. So these are nice, some nice fall colors here. And we got these water-based twin tip markers, Prussian blue and military green. So, oh wow, that's kind of nice. Fine tip, and then this looks like it says new pen. Oh, a Ginza Fire 4. Oh, it's a really fine tip yellow. Oh, Hashi pens. Oh wow, they're so tiny. It's stuck. Ah. Oh, and it's a gold color. It looks like it kind of leaked a little, but we got a couple Tombow color pencils in spruce and lettuce green. Brush pen. Oh, but it looks like it has kind of a fine point. So let's see what kind of point this has. Oh, it's a double-ended one. Okay. And then so there's this thin black side. Oh, is this like a gray? But yeah, this is what was in the box. I believe the box was around $35 or $45. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I guess that's not too bad considering all these different pens you get, and at least you get to try them because I've never heard of or tried any of these products here before, so this looks pretty fun to use. I'm gonna have to think about what I'm gonna do on this paper, but for now we're just gonna swatch it and see what these colors look like on this paper. I haven't opened this yet. I should have done that. Okay. Let's just open it real quick here. I am such a sucker for a box set or these mystery blind box things. Okay, so I think we have to activate it. All right. Oh, there it is. So this is the Graphite Shake. It's a very, metallic-y color. Okay. Then let's try the Karen Pigmented Deco Brush. It does show up pretty nice on the black. This Karen pen, doesn't show up too good on the black. This is the Salmon. Do you say salmon or salmon? I say salmon, but I don't know. My husband says salmon. Oh, this pen does not close good. Okay, just so FYI. This one does not close good at all, so I'm thinking this pen will dry out pretty quick. And then we got this in the almond. Okay, that's another word. Do you say almond or almond? Because my husband says almond. I say almond. It's one of those words like tomato, tomato, potato, potato. Okay, so we're going to use the Hashi in the gold. Well, I like the size of this tip. It's easy for writing. So yeah, that's what they look like. I really like this gold color here. That's probably my favorite out of the bunch right now. This is a nice color, but it's so fat, the tip, that it's a medium 4mm tip that it's hard to write with unless you're writing really big, but it's really pretty, as you can tell. And these Karen pens are really nice, but I wonder how they'll show up on white, because it does show up nicely on the black. So I don't know what I would use these for though, because they're just, I don't know if they're just meant for black. Let's try it on the white and see if it makes a difference. Okay, hello. There's different types of paper in this card pack here. So we have the black, which we already tested. There's also like a rougher tooth watercolor, and then a really smooth, I guess this is for like alcohol pens. We shall give that a try. This is the Graph O water-based marker. Okay, very nice color. It's one of my favorite colors, that army green type color. Ooh, that's a really pretty blue color. That's actually one of my favorite blue colors too. We got this yellow pen. Oh, it's so pretty. Like almost like a highlighter yellow, but you could probably write with it. This is the Ginza. Then we got the Tombow dual end tip marker. Okay, so this is a nice gray. I love the gray brush tips. They're so nice. Okay, and then this side is a black, it looks like. Oh yeah, that is really cool. It's a dual tip marker with black on one side and gray on the other. Oh, I like that. This is really nice. I really like this pen. I know this is a watercolor pen, so let's just get this and see if it does any spreading. I know once you put it down on paper, it's hard to spread once you let it dry. So for like watercolor pens, I tend to find I use them in a palette, and I just rub it in the palette and use the water brush on top of that to put onto the paper instead of drawing directly onto the paper. But it does spread nicely, I guess, but this leaves that shadow there, which I don't care for. Took that same pen on a palette and just picked it up with the brush. It would do a nice wash of color. Yeah, that's probably how I would use the pens. I don't like using it directly on top of the paper, because then it leaves that that line, unless that's what you're looking for, you know, but for me, I like to kind of blend things out till it's like disappears. Now, we also have the color pencils here, which this is the lettuce green. I don't use color pencils too much because I, you know, haven't delved into it yet, but hoping to get into it soon. Okay, that's not bad. These are nice pencils. Okay. Now we have these last three pens here, which is the forest green, flaxen, and goldenrod alcohol pens. So we're just gonna, oh wow, okay, yeah, definitely alcohol pens. I'm just gonna, it's kind of a grayish color almost. Flaxen? I guess it kind of blends together. I mean, is it supposed to blend together or is it supposed to? Oh, okay. I don't know if I like it on that paper. And this is the green. Almost like it just sucks in the ink and then locks it in. It doesn't really blend. I don't know which color you would blend this with. I know you wouldn't blend it with this, but I don't know. They're nice colors, but I don't think you could use them alone and blend them together. So it's kind of hard to tell if they blend or not. But okay, well, these are the alcohol pens. And let me just try this pigment pen here. Whoa, it's very different on this watercolor paper. Wow, it comes out very dark. Okay, very pigmented. Let's try this one, since this one was the one that didn't show up on that black paper. Whoa, very cool. It is less pigmented though than the other one for some reason. This is a nice color. Oh, wow. And this is the shake. I'm just going to write shake. Comes out definitely darker on, or, you know, not as vibrant as on the black paper, but it looks nice. Wow, so okay. Now that I've kind of got these swatched out, now to figure out what I'm going to draw with this. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. We shall see what I come up with.
So it's been a few days since I did that unboxing. It took me a while to figure out exactly what I wanted to do, and so I started off with the black paper because the pen seemed to really pop on that paper, and I thought I'd try using the Karen pigment markers and the graphite shake pens and possibly the gold Hashi pen to see how that would look on there. And I was surprised actually that the color pencil worked really well as well. It just kind of popped on that black paper very nicely. So I made this a pretty little wreath and thought it was kind of Christmassy. And yeah, that's how I used the supplies for the art box. But then I thought this would go perfect on my Christmas cards that I've been making. And so I took the outside of the envelope and did this wreath on it again. And the perfect part about the wreath I did was that it was not a complete wreath, so I could actually write the address and the name on the side of that wreath, almost like it was framing it without, you know, overpowering the name part, because obviously the post office needs that when they're mailing the card. And so the envelope I have is a red envelope, so similar to the black paper where it's pretty dark, and the supplies just really popped on it, and I was very pleased with the way it came out. Even with using the multiple pencils on top of each other, they layered very nicely. And so I wrote using the gold Hashi pen, and that just looks so nice on that red envelope. I was very pleased with how this came out. And so I did 2, and I was getting pretty good at it, but then I thought, well, I wanted to try and mix it up because not all these envelopes are going to the same place anyway, so they don't have to all be the same. So I thought, well, what else is Christmassy, and what is more Christmassy than a cookie, right? So I decided to draw a wreath cookie to start off with, and I used the Karen pigment pens a lot in most of these envelopes that I did, because it just really popped on the paper and looks really nice. And I used the Tombow marker to outline it almost like cartoony, and I decided to make a bite coming out of the cookie because I thought that was perfect, almost like that half wreath where it framed the name and the address of the person it's going to. I can just write it right next to that in that little cookie bite, and I put little crumb trails on to show that it's a cookie and somebody took a bite out of it, which was, if you know my family, it's probably one of my sons that probably took a bite out of a cookie that it shouldn't have. The nice part about this red envelope is that even though my marker supplies were like greens and blues and yellows, it actually showed up as brown on the envelope. So I didn't need to grab extra pens to make a brown cookie. I just grabbed the green pen or the blue pen if I wanted a darker brown or almost a black. So that worked out pretty perfectly, actually. And this Karen pigment pen in almond color, it was like perfect color for cookies. So I was using it to make lighter cookies so it would pop more on the envelope. But then I wanted the green to come out because of course it wasn't showing up as green, because when I would draw it would turn it brown, right? Which was what I wanted for the other cookie. But for this cookie I wanted the green to pop. And so what I tried to do was color the cookie with the almond color pigment pen and to color on top of it with the green alcohol pens. And it sort of worked. The only problem I had with this is that after a while, it almost like the green color on the alcohol marker started to disappear. Like the two materials weren't working well with each other. So I would color it green and work on another area and then look back later and it would look a lighter colored green or almost that white color. So I went over it a couple times to see if I could keep it from disappearing, and it kind of eventually stayed, but it's not as bright as when I first drew on them. And so for this next cookie, I tried the same tactic again where I colored the almond color on the bottom. As you can see, the first layer of green that I colored is already disappearing. And so I had to go back over it again. And I tried using the color pencils to kind of like add more color to the green. And it sort of worked. But, you know, I was just trying to use exactly what was in the kit and try not to use anything outside of it, which is why I just restricted myself to these supplies and just, if it didn't work, it didn't work. If it worked, great. And so for this cookie, I made a little Christmas tree. As I was finishing it off, I realized, oh, I forgot to add some of the ornaments on. So I had to go back and I used the Shake graphite pen for the little ornaments and the peach color for different color ornaments. And it worked out pretty good. I liked how this one came out. And for all the cookies, I used the Tombow marker to make a little shadow around it to give it a little bit of depth, to show like it was sitting on a surface rather than it just floating there in space. And so that actually worked out. It looked really nice. And for this cookie, I made a little star with a bite taken out of it, of course. And I decided to call this collection of envelopes my Holiday Bites collection. I thought it was kind of cute, because they were all different holiday cookies and they all have little bites taken out of them. So I just thought that was a really cute name. And so for this last cookie, I decided to make a gingerbread cookie. So I used the darker blue, the blue color, so it looked almost dark brown on there, and I made it a little swirl going along the front in frosting, the pen, and that turned out really nice. I was like, oh, that just popped really nice. And so using the Tombow pen, outlined everything and made it, give it a little bit of depth. And of course my little crumb trail where I will write the address of the person right over it. So I hope that when my relatives and friends get these envelopes, they'll be a little bit impressed, like, oh, where did she get this envelope from? But actually, I drew it. But I thought this was really cute. So this is my Holiday Bites series envelopes using the Marker Universe pen collection, the 2021 Blindbox collection. And I had a lot of fun creating these little cookies. I do have more envelopes to do and to draw, but I figured I'll get started with these and show you all what I did so far. And if you made it this far into the video, thank you so much for staying. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you taking an art break with me. I hope you're having a fabulous evening, and if you really enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up or comment down below with a Christmas tree emoji that you made it this far into the video. Thank you so much, and as always, just keep drawing. And this art break is done. Bye guys!